Hello everyone, Mystic Tomato here. In today's video, I just want to show what's on my iPhone 5 in 2023. So I got this iPhone 5 from eBay for $25 US, 64 gigabyte model. I got it on iOS 9, but I'm dual booting iOS 6.1.3 on here, as it is my favorite operating system, along with iOS 5. I have 32 gigabytes of storage dedicated to iOS 6 and 32 dedicated to the iOS 9. So I can tell you a little bit about the hardware of this phone. It came out in 2012, has the Apple A6 processor, 1 gigabyte of RAM, LPDDR2, 4-inch screen display, and this was the first iPhone ever to have the lightning port on it. And it's a hybrid. The back is a hybrid of aluminum with glass at the bottom and top. I use this phone nearly every day, especially for music and surfing the web and some other basic task. But since I like this operating system so much, I enjoy using it, and it's optimized very well for the software. Hardware optimization was what they were showing off in the WWDC 2012. Scott Forstall was the software engineer at the time, and exactly as he said it, the software hardware optimization is just makes the phone really great, and very, very good, fluent, very fast. Even though it's from 2012, it's really good on this operating system. I got a lot of nostalgia for it, as iOS 5 was my first iOS operating system I had used. That was the newest operating system at the time. And then I moved up to the iOS 6 with the iPhone 4S in 2013. And I had used that phone for quite a long time, from 2013 to 2019. And I got a lot of nostalgia and good memories with it. And I like to use, go back to older technology. Kind of brings you back to 2012. So I'll show you. I got more apps on here since my last video, and I did want to remake the video because I did realize that the audio on the past video was very bad and you couldn't make out what I was saying. So I'm just redoing that. I want to have a better video for the iPhone 5. So music is what I use daily, all the time. I really liked how simple the music app was back then. And I really like the interface, the design, transparency, how you can see through it, the reflections, all that good stuff. And cover flow. Cover flow was removed in iOS 7. And it was never brought back, and they never gave any valid, legitimate reason to take it away, which is unfortunate that they did. I remember when iOS 7 came out, I took one look at it and asked my friend, why does the iOS 7 look like that? And he had explained to me that Scott Forstall, the software engineer, the head guy of the software engineer team, had left the company, and Johnny Ive had taken over, and he wanted the simplistic flat design that we see today. I like Scott Forstall's way of software engineering and his design choice. it was also what Steve Jobs wanted the iPhones to run. This operating system with this design. Unfortunately, Steve Jobs passed away in 2011, the day after the iPhone 4S had came out. So that was the last phone he designed, and as I've seen in his videos, he wanted the iPhone 4 to be glass back, and he said, I don't care how it's done, we're going to find a way to make the back glass of the iPhone 4 glass and not aluminum or plastic. And it gave it a real premium look. It looks so nice. If anyone had the iPhone 4 when it was new, I just remember in high school, people would be so fascinated, and it was so ahead of its time, along with the 4S, and I do think the iPhone 5 is a great phone as well. It has its pros and cons. It was the first iPhone to have a bigger screen. It has a 4-inch display compared to its predecessor, the iPhone 4S, that had a 3.5-inch display. I will put them side by side just so you can see the comparison of what iPhones used to be like. Just pulled out my longtime iPhone 4S that I've used for so long, and you can see there's definitely a size difference. Not a lot, but that 1/2 inch of screen is really nice. The iPhone 5 took full advantage of that 4-inch display, and they utilized it really well. And I will take you through some of the apps that I really like on here. This app on the first screen here is one of my favorites of all time. Unfortunately, this app was taken down. I assume for copyright reasons back in 2010. So this app was last updated to be optimized for the iPhone 4, so you will get that Retina display, which is really nice to see. Any of you viewers who have played any zombie games, or if you're a zombie fan, definitely look into this game. This is one of the best games I have ever played. The Xbox 360 and the remastered versions from 2016 are definitely better, but this game is unique in its own way. If it wasn't for the person that had preserved this app on internetarchive.com, I may not even have this app to show you guys. Anyway, I will show it to you just a little bit. Now this game here, I remember seeing it for the first time when it was new back in 2006, and I was really fascinated by it. I've always liked zombie movies, zombie games, and this just does it right in every way. Not going to show you too much of it, but I think it's really cool to have this operating system for this app. It only works on 32-bit operating systems, unfortunately, so that's the only way you'll get to play this version of Dead Rising. I am playing with one hand because I'm recording in the other. I'll do the best I can with one hand. And if you played the original game on the console, you'll see this version's quite a bit different, but it's unique in its own way, and it's a part of history now. For some reason, there it goes. I was waiting for that mall music to come on. I just wanted to show you a bit of the mall for the mall in this game. Anyway, we'll go into another app. I'm trying to keep the video not too long. Let's go into TuneIn Radio. This is 4.3. Yep, version 4.3, which was last updated in 2012 or 13. Still works to this day. Which is very nice to see. Even old technology can still work, and I like to preserve old technology as it is a part of history. CBC News, which still works on here, as I showed it in my iPhone or iPad 4 video. Has a built-in weather forecast in the CBC News. There are a lot of games and older apps on here. I just mainly wanted to show you the Dead Rising apps, and it's just nice to look back at how the icons used to look back then. I mean, everyone has their own preference, but I think this just looks the best, in my opinion. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I'll show on the iPhone 5. I'll end the video here. And thanks for viewing. Have a good one.